The sun rose slowly over Lagos, painting the sky orange and gold. The streets were already busy. Hawkers shouted, "Pure water! Gala! Buy your bread, oh!" Cars honked non-stop. Buses called down for stopped at every corner, with conductors leaning out, shouting, "Ojuelegba! Yaba straight! Enter with your change, oh!" Inside her small one-room apartment, Amara tied her headscarf and looked at herself in the cracked mirror. Her face was tired, but her eyes shone with determination. She picked up her car key and whispered, "Today go better. God, abeg, no let me shame." Her younger brother, Chike, came out from the corner where he slept on a mat. He rubbed his eyes and said, "Sister Amara, you dey go work? Abeg, buy suya for me when you dey come back." He smiled playfully. Amara shook her head. "Na money I get? You go just chop suya anyhow? Chike, make you serious with your book. If you pass exam, maybe one day you go buy me suya sef." She rubbed his head gently. "Abeg, no worry, I go pass." He grinned and ran outside to play with other children. Amara stepped into the hot street and breathed in the smell of roasted corn, engine smoke, and fried akara. She entered her old taxi, a yellow Nissan with scratches on the door. She started the engine and it coughed before coming alive. "Now you and me today again, oh." She patted the steering wheel. She drove into the traffic, ready for another long day. By afternoon, the heat was worse. Sweat ran down her neck as she picked up passenger after passenger. Some complained the car was too hot. Others argued about the fare. But Amara kept her smile, even when her stomach growled with hunger. At Ikeja, she stopped by a junction, waiting for customers. Suddenly, a tall man in a dark suit came running, his face pale and worried. He waved at her. "Please, Madam Driver, quick, I need your help. I beg you, drive me away from here fast." Amara looked at him carefully. His shoes were polished, his wristwatch expensive. He didn't look like our usual customers, but fear was in his eyes. "Now who think they pursue you?" she asked, her brows raised. "No time to explain," he shouted. "Please just drive." Before Amara could argue, two black SUVs turned the corner. Men in black clothes jumped out, their faces hard, their eyes scanning the street. Amara's heart skipped. She didn't know who they were, but danger was written all over them. She turned to the man. "Oga, now who be those people? You thief something?" "I swear I'm no thief," he replied, his voice shaking. "Just help me escape. I'll explain later, please." The men in black started moving closer, talking into walkie-talkies. Amara's instinct screamed. She slammed her foot on the accelerator. The taxi jumped forward, tires screeching. "Hold tight, oh," she shouted. "This motor no be jet, but he go try." The man held the seat tightly as Amara swerved into a narrow street. Horns blasted. A KK driver shouted, "Driver, you dey craze?" A mama with a tray of plantain almost dropped everything as Amara sped past. The SUVs followed, their engines roaring like angry lions. Amara's hands gripped the steering wheel tight, sweat dripping down her forehead. The man looked back, fear in his eyes. "They are still following." Amara hissed. "Now wow, now who you be sef? Now film with a shoot." He swallowed hard. "My name is Tunde. Those men, they want to kill me. I was supposed to sign a contract today with some partners, but they betrayed me. They don't want me alive." Amara gasped. "Che! So na life and death matter you bring enter my taxi. Tunde, you want carry wahala come my head?" "I'm sorry," he begged, "but if you don't help me, I'm finished." Behind them, the SUVs were getting closer. Amara's old taxi rattled as she pushed beyond its limits. One of the men leant out of the SUV, shouting something into the wind. "Amara," Tunde cried, "faster!" Amara hissed again. "Now only one life I get to. If this car spoil, let me go push am." But she didn't slow down. She knew Lagos roads better than anybody. She turned sharply into a narrow alley, missing a goat by inches. The SUV struggled to enter. Amara laughed. "Una no sabi shortcut, abi? Na Lagos be this." For a moment, silence filled the car, except for their heavy breathing. But then, another black car appeared from the other end of the alley. Amara's eyes widened. "Blood of Jesus, them don't block road." She stepped hard on the brake, tires screeching. The car stopped just inches away from the new vehicle. The men inside stepped out slowly. "Wetin we go do now?" Tunde whispered, his face pale. Amara looked around. No escape. Her hands shook, but her spirit burned. She turned to Tunde.
If na true say you no thief, then you no go die today. We go fight. Tunde blinked. Fight? With who? Amara pulled out the rusty wheel spanner she always kept under her seat. She raised her chin. Na me be Amara. I no dey fear anybody. The men from the SUVs and the cars started moving closer, their heavy boots echoing on the ground. Tunde swallowed. This is the end. Amara gritted her teeth, her voice low but firm. No, my brother, now the beginning. The air grew tense. The men surrounded them. Lagos noise seemed far away. It was only Amara, Tunde, and danger breathing down their necks. And just as the first man reached for the car door, a loud whistle cut through the air. Stop there! Police! 4 policemen rushed in from the corner, guns raised. The men in black froze. Amara's heart jumped with relief, but also fear, because in Lagos, sometimes police help you, and sometimes police bring bigger wahala.
The policemen's boots hit the ground hard as they marched closer, rifles pointed. Freeze! Nobody move! One of them barked. His eyes scanned the scene with suspicion, the sun glinting off the sweat dripping down his face. The men in black stopped, raising their hands slowly, but Amara's chest tightened. She had lived in Lagos long enough to know, when police show face, sometimes the story no dey straight. Officer, abeg, Amara shouted from her driver's seat, voice shaking but loud. Na me be the taxi driver o, I no do anything. Na these men dey chase my passenger. The tall policeman, with a scar running down his cheek, looked at her slowly, then at Tunde. His lips curved into a smile that didn't reach his eyes. So, now you be the big man where they run up and down, he said, tilting his head. Oga Tunde, abi? Tunde froze. How you take know my name? The policeman chuckled. Na Lagos we dey, information dey fly. E get how e be. Amara's heart skipped. Something was wrong. She whispered to Tunde, this police no dey surprise say them dey chase you. My spirit no dey settle o. Another policeman banged on the taxi bonnet. Driver, come down now before I drag you comot. Amara raised her hands slowly, stepping out. Oga police, abeg no vex o. I just dey do my work. The scar-faced officer walked closer to Tunde's side of the car. Oga Tunde, na today be your last run. You go follow us peacefully or you want wahala. Tunde's eyes widened. You are with them. He smiled, flashing yellow teeth. Sharp man, you sabi quick. This Lagos not get good police again. Everybody dey hustle their cut. Amara gasped. Jesus! Tunde's voice cracked. So, una plan am together, the men in black and police. The officer tapped his gun casually. Everybody dey chop from the same pot. But you, he pointed at Tunde, you wan carry money alone. Now, na ground zero for you. The men in black relaxed, lowering their hands, smirks spreading across their faces. They started moving closer again, confident the police were on their side. Amara's blood boiled. She clenched the wheel spanner in her hand. So, now like this una dey do. Instead of protecting, una dey join thief. Now we ordinary people go suffer. The officer turned his gaze on her, eyes cold. Woman, shut up your mouth before I help you shut am. Na lie, Amara snapped, her voice trembling but fierce. I no go keep quiet. God go punish you now. All of una wey dey use uniform do evil. One day go backfire. The officer's jaw tightened. He stepped closer, raising his hand to slap her. But before the hand landed, Tunde shouted, Stop! I'll come with you. Just leave her out of this. She's innocent. Amara spun on him. Tunde, no try that rubbish. You want surrender to them. You think say if you follow them go spare you? Tunde looked broken, torn between fear and courage. What choice do I have? If I not go, they will kill both of us here. Amara hissed. No be you talk say you never thief. If not true, then fight for your life. Lagos no dey favor coward. The scar-faced officer raised his gun, pointing directly at Tunde's chest. Enough talk. We end them now. The men in black tightened the circle. The air grew heavy. The smell of dust, sweat, and burning tires from the main road mixing. A hawker carrying groundnuts slowed down nearby, eyes wide, sensing trouble. Abeg, officer, Amara cried. No kill am here, oh. People dey look. Una go scatter wahala wey una no fit clean. But the officer smirked. Lagos no send who die. People go watch small, then waka go their house. Na so it be. And then, bang! The shot rang out like thunder. Amara screamed, covering her ears. Tunde ducked low in the seat, eyes squeezed shut. But when he opened them, he was still alive. The officer staggered, confusion washing across his face. A red stain blossomed on his arm. He had been shot.
"Down! Everybody down!" another voice shouted. From the far end of the alley, two police vans screeched in. This time, it was Special Anti-Crime Unit. Their leader, a fierce-looking woman in bulletproof vest, jumped out. "Drop your weapon now!" The fake police panicked. The men in black scattered like chickens chased by hawks. Scarface cursed loudly, clutching his bleeding arm. Amara's eyes widened. She muttered, "Now wow, which one be original police? Which one be fake? My head don't fool." Tunde grabbed her hand. "We can't wait here. Let's run before they twist the story again." "True talk," Amara agreed. She threw the spanner into the back seat, jumped in and started the engine. The taxi roared, coughing smoke, but moved. Bullets cracked behind them as the real and fake forces clashed. Lagos noise swallowed everything. The cries of hawkers, the shouts of officers, the chaos of the streets. Amara drove like fire was chasing her. She swerved two Okadas, narrowly missed a downfall bus, and flew past the checkpoint. "Tunde," she shouted over the noise, "talk true now. Wetin you carry wey make all these people want kill you?" Tunde wiped sweat from his forehead, his chest rising and falling fast. "Amara, it's bigger than you think. It's not just money. It's something that can shake this whole country. If it falls into the wrong hands, Nigeria go burn." Amara slammed the brakes, eyes wide. Tunde, no carry me enter this kind matter oh. Which kind wahala be this?" He looked at her with desperate eyes. "Please, you are the only one I can trust now. If you leave me, I'm dead. And not just me, innocent people too." For a moment, silence filled the car except for the rattling engine. Amara's heart pounded. She thought of Chiki at home waiting for Suya. She thought of how small her life had been, just driving taxi, hustling to survive. And now, she was inside a storm bigger than anything she imagined. She gripped the wheel tighter. "Tunde, hear me well. I no sabi your secret yet. But since God carry you enter my taxi, maybe na destiny. I go help you. But if you lie to me," she flashed, "I go drop you sharp for police station. Original or fake, I no care." Tunde nodded quickly, relief flooding his face. "I swear, I won't lie. You saved my life twice already. I owe you everything." Amara hissed and spat out the window. "Forget that owing matter. Just make sure say this motor no go bury me before my time." They drove deeper into Lagos night, the city lights glowing, horns blasting, and shadows following them. Somewhere behind, enemies still hunted. Somewhere ahead, secrets waited to explode. And Amara knew this was just the beginning.
The night air carried the smell of roasted corn, petrol fumes and sweat as Amara's old taxi crawled into Mushin's side streets. The headlights flickered once, twice, like the car itself they begged for rest. "Now here we go high small," Amara muttered, turning to a narrow lane filled with mechanic shops. Welder sparks flashed, hammer sounds echoed, and the voices of apprentices shouting, "Oga, bring 13 spanner!" filled the air. Tunde looked around nervously. "You sure say this place safe?" Amara hissed. "For Lagos, safe no dey anywhere, but mechanic yard better pass main road. Police no too like enter unless they want chop free money." She honked twice in a special rhythm. From the shadows, a broad-chested man stepped out, wiping grease from his hands. His dreadlocks swung as he walked closer. His face broke into a smile. "Amara, na you? Long time!" he shouted, spreading his arms. Amara grinned. "Chima, my guy, not only you fit save me this night." Chima laughed, hugging her. "Now who won't kill you again? Abi you jam last man." Amara shook her head. "Story plenty. Abeg, we need hideout. Me and this oga here." Chima's sharp eyes turned to Tunde. His smile faded slightly, replaced with curiosity. "Oga wey wear suit for night waka. Na wow. This kind passenger they bring wahala sometimes." Tunde shifted uncomfortably. "Please, I just need a safe place. I will explain later." Chima scratched his beard, then whistled. Two apprentices ran out, pushing aside tires and scrap metal. They opened a small gate at the back of the yard, leading into a dim shack. "Enter there. Nobody go disturb you," Chima said, his voice low. Amara parked inside. The taxi engine coughed and died, like it too needed hiding. She sighed, wiping sweat from her forehead. Inside the shack, the smell of oil and rust mixed with kerosene lamp smoke. The walls were patched with zinc sheets, and rats scurried in corners. But at least it was hidden. Amara collapsed on a wooden bench. "Finally, my body don't tire." Tunde sat beside her, his hands trembling. He leaned forward, head in his hands.
I don't know how much longer I can run. Amara eyed him. Tunde, it don't reach time for you to talk true. Wetin dey inside this matter where even fake police and men in black dey join hand pursue you? Tunde looked up slowly, his eyes red. It's a document, proof of corruption, billions stolen from government funds. I got the files from someone inside. If it comes out, big men in Abuja go fall. They will do anything to stop it. Amara's jaw dropped. Blood of Jesus. You dey carry evidence of chop money wey belong to all Nigerians? Tunde nodded weakly. Yes, that's why they want me dead. They can't risk me exposing them. Amara slapped her thigh. Now wonder. Now why Lagos don't turn upside down for you? Ah! Tunde, you don't carry Nigerian wahala enter my taxi. Chima, who was listening quietly, burst out laughing. So, now oga whistle blow at the your yard? Amara, you sabi pick passenger sha. If EFCC hear say na mechanic yard this man dey hide, na all of us go enter cell. Amara shot him a look. Chima, abeg no joke. The matter serious. Chima side, leaning against the door frame. True talk, but you fit trust me. For this machine, my mouth no dey leak. Suddenly, the sound of footsteps echoed outside the yard. Heavy, purposeful steps. Voices murmured in the darkness. Amara froze. You hear that? Chima raised a hand, signaling silence. He peered through a crack in the zinc wall. His eyes narrowed. Chineke me? Na them again. Men in black. Then track you na reach here. Amara's heart leapt. But how? Nobody follow us? Tunde cursed under his breath. Someone must have tipped them off. Tima's eyes darkened. Inside rat they chop your gari. Who talk? He turned sharply, glaring at his apprentices. The two boys looked terrified, shaking their heads fast. Na lie, we dey God, we not talk anything. But before Tima could argue further, the shack door shook violently. A voice outside barked. Open this door before we scatter him. Amara's blood ran cold. She gripped her wheel spanner tighter, whispering, We go die for here. Oh. Tunde grabbed her arm. No, we fight our way out. We don't have a choice. The door rattled again. Bang! Bang! Chima growled, picking up a heavy iron rod. Nobody dey enter my yard anyhow. Then go see Lagos fire today. The door burst open with a deafening crash. 5 men stormed in, machetes gleaming, guns raised. Their leader sneered. See them. Rats wey think say if he hide. Amara's chest tightened, but she stepped forward, spanner raised. Now who be rat? Now you dey chop Nigeria dry be rat. Thunder fire you. The man laughed cruelly. Woman, you get mouth, sha? But mouth no dey stop bullet. He raised his gun. Bang! The shot went wild as Chima swung his iron rod with all his strength, knocking the gun from his hand. Chaos exploded. Apprentices screamed. The men in black charged. Amara ducked, swinging her spanner into one man's knee. He howled in pain, falling sideways. Tunde, though not strong, grabbed a rusty chain from the floor and whipped it around, catching another attacker across the face. Blood spray. The shack turned into a battlefield. Amara, behind you! Tunde shouted. She spun just in time as another man swung a machete. She blocked with her spanner, sparks flying. Fear and adrenaline pumped through her veins. Now today then go no say Lagos woman no dey carry last. Chima rolled, slamming the iron rod into 2 men at once, sending them crashing into tires. But more footsteps thundered outside. Reinforcements were coming. Amara's mind raced. We no fit win this fight. We must escape now. She kicked open the back door of the shack. Tunde, come. Tunde stumbled after her, clutching his side. Chima covered their retreat, swinging wildly to keep the attackers back. Go, he shouted. I go hold them small. Amara's throat tightened. Chima, abeg no leave yourself die here oh. But Chima only smiled grimly. Lagos no dey fear death. Na better cause we dey fight. Tears burned Amara's eyes. But she dragged Tunde through the dark alley, their footsteps pounding against the wet ground. Shouts and gunfire echoed behind them. As they ran into the night, Amara's mind screamed with one thought. No place safe in Lagos anymore. And somewhere deep in her chest, fear and determination mixed like fire and petrol. The night in Lagos never truly sleeps. Even by midnight, horns still blasted, okada still weaved through traffic, and street vendors still pushed their luck, calling suya, cold mineral, indomie hot. Amara and Tunde stumbled out of the dark alley, breathless. Their clothes were stained with sweat and dust, faces drawn tight with fear. They moved fast, blending into the restless crowd at Ojota Market. Amara, Tunde panted, we can't just keep running like this. We need help. Someone outside this city must hear the truth. Amara hissed, her eyes darting around. Now who you won't call? You know here say police don't join hand with those men. You think say if you dial anybody for Abuja, then go just say, sorry sir? No be Nigeria where we dey. Tunde's jaw tightened. I know one journalist. His name is Kunle Adeyemi. He's honest. If he gets the documents, he will publish everything. The whole country will know. Amara frowned. Journalist? Abeg, you sure say no go sell you quick for small brown envelope? Tunde shook his head firmly. Kunle no be that kind person. He's my last hope. Amara sighed, adjusting her headscarf. Okay, but first we need hide. This market dey too open. They slipped between rows of stalls. The smell of dried fish and pepper filled their noses. Traders were packing up, tying nodes with ropes, while night guards patrolled with long sticks. Amara led Tunde to the back of the market, where broken stalls leaned against each other like old men. Rest here small, she whispered. They sat on an upturned crate. For a moment, silence. Only the distant sound of drumming from a nearby beer parlor floated through the night. Tunde rubbed his temples. Amara, thank you. You could have abandoned me, but you didn't. Amara gave him a sharp look. Now only God know why my spirit no fit drop you. Maybe na destiny, maybe na wahala, but hear me well, Tunde. If you lie to me even small, I go use this my spanner knock sense comot for your head. Tunde gave a tired laugh, but his eyes remained heavy. Just then, a shadow fell across them. Amara? She jacked up, spanner ready. Who dey call my name for night like this? From the shadows, a young man in a brown jacket stepped out. His eyes shone under the flickering bulb. Na me, Bala. You no remember? We dey load pack together before. You dey drive taxi, me dey run bus ticket. Amara's eyes widened. Bala, na true. I no see you since. Bala smiled, showing a gold tooth. Na me I just dey waka pass markets. Na him I see you hide for here. Wetin happen? You look like person wey don fight lion. Amara's chest tightened. Something about his sudden appearance felt off. She glanced at Tunde. Bala noticed him too. Who be oga? Him look stressed. Amara folded her arms. Na passenger. Long story. Bala scratched his chin. I get small room for my side. You na fit crash there tonight. Nobody go disturb you na. Tunde leaned forward eagerly. That would help. Thank you, brother. But Amara's instinct screamed. She whispered to Tunde in pidgin. No to trust amo. For Lagos, sometimes na familiar face go sell you. Tunde hesitated, then nodded slowly. Still, they followed Bala out of the market. He led them through a narrow street lit only by kerosene lamps. The smell of gutter water mixed with fried akara. At last, he opened a rusted gate into a small compound. Making her enter, Bala said with a grin. Feel at home. Inside, the room was tiny but neat. A mat on the floor, one plastic chair, and a small radio. Bala fetched water in a yellow keg. You na go need wash face. You na look like you na don fight war. Amara eyed him carefully. Bala, abeg, why you dey so kind for nights like this? Bala laughed. Because na my style. I know say Lagos hard. Today na you, tomorrow fit be me. We gats help each other. Amara relaxed slightly.
though her hand never left the spanner at her waist. Tunde washed his face, sighing. Thank you. Tomorrow morning we must contact Kunle, then this madness can end. Bala nodded, but his eyes lingered on Tunde too long. Deep in the night, when Amara finally dozed off on the mat, she stared suddenly. She thought she heard whispers outside the window. Footsteps, a phone clicking shut. Her eyes snapped open. She crept quietly to the door and pressed her ear against it. A voice outside hissed in low pidgin. Yes, them dey inside. No worry, dem no go run. Morning go settle am. Her blood ran cold. She rushed back to Tunde, shaking him awake. Tunde, wake up. We don't enter trap. He blinked, confused. What? Amara pointed to the door. Bala don't sell us. I hear him dey talk outside. He dey call those men. Tunde's face drained of color. God! Before they could react, the door creaked open slowly. Bala stepped in, smiling faintly. Amara, Tunde, make una no vex. Na business. I no fit reject money wey pass my papa salary for 1 year. I be hustler too. Amara's eyes blazed. Bala, thunder fire that your business. You won't carry blood money chop? Bala shrugged, his gold tooth flashing. Na Lagos, everybody dey survive. Behind him, dark figures moved, men in black, machetes glinting in the weak light. Tunde grabbed Amara's arm. We need to run, now! Amara's grip tightened on her spanner. She stepped forward, eyes fierce. Bala, you see me so. I no dey fear you. You think say because you sell me, you go chop free. By the time I finish with you, na your spirit go dey find road back home. The room filled with tension, the men closing in. And just as the first one raised his machete, the small radio crackled to life. A breaking news broadcast cut through the silence. Exclusive leak shows billions missing from national budget. Whistleblower claims top officials involved. Nigerians react in shock. Tunde's head jacked up. His eyes widened. They published it. Kunle already published it. Amara gasped. Ah, see God, oh. The men in black froze, exchanging looks. Bala's confident smile faltered. Behind him, dark figures moved, men in black, machetes glinting in the weak light. Amara's knuckles whitened on her spanner. Tunde's heart pounded. Bala's eyes darted nervously. And the night exploded into chaos once more.
The night breeze carried whispers of secrets, the kind that Lagos never allowed to stay buried for long. Streets hummed with restless traffic, keke horns blaring, downfall buses packed with sweaty faces and tired laughter. Somewhere in the chaos of Oshodi, Amaka tightened her grip on the steering wheel of her old yellow taxi. Sweat dripped down her forehead, but her mind wasn't on the heat. It was on Chief Bello. He had been too quiet since their last encounter, and silence from a man like Bello was never ordinary. Silence meant calculation. Silence meant danger. Amaka, you dey sure say you won't continue this waka? Her friend Kemi asked from the passenger seat. Kemi's eyes darted nervously at every Okada zooming past. This chief no be small pikin o. He get boys where they move like lion. Amaka forced a shaky laugh. Kemi, if I no fight this battle, who go fight am? I feel run, but where I go run go? Even if I hide from my papa village, Bello's shadow go still reach me. Kemi hissed and folded her arms. Now what for you oh? Sometimes it good make person just bone. But Amaka's heart was made of something different. Life had beaten her, dragged her through gutters, but refused to break her. Each insult from passengers, each sleepless night tending to her sick father, had shaped her into steel. That steel was about to clash with fire. And as if on cue, a black Prado jeep swerved into her lane, forcing her to slam the brakes. Tires screeched, passengers in the back screamed, and Kemi grabbed the dashboard. Jesus, now wetin be this? Kemi shouted. The jeep's tinted window rolled down halfway. A man's cold eyes scanned Amaka. He spoke, his voice low, deliberate, like thunder waiting to strike. "Madam driver, Chief Bello say make you come see am." Amaka did not answer. Instead, she shifted the gear and zoomed forward, leaving the jeep behind in a cloud of smoke. Horns blared as she swerved through traffic, sweat pouring from her temples. "Amaka, you don't craze," Kemi said. "Na Chief boys oh, them go track you down." "Make them track me, I know they fear again." But fear was there, pulsing under her skin, thumping in her ears, louder than the Danfo conductor shouting, Ojelagba, straight oh. Minutes later, she parked by a buka in Surulere. The smell of hot amala and ewidi filled the air. She and Kemi sat at a corner table, both trying to breathe. "Amaka, it be like saying that time we involve police proper," Kemi whispered. Amaka shook her head slowly. "Police? You don't forget how Bello they settle them? By tomorrow, my case go turn to joke for counter. I need another way." "Which other way?" Before Amaka could answer, her phone buzzed. Unknown number. She hesitated, then picked. A deep voice filled the line. "You dey play with fire oh, Amaka. If you no come see Chief by tomorrow evening, now your papa go pay the price." Her hand shook. "Which kind wickedness be this? Leave my papa out of am." The caller chuckled darkly. "Tomorrow, no miss am." The line went dead. Kemi covered her mouth. "Ha! This matter don't pass taxi driver level oh. Wetin you go do now?" Amaka looked up, eyes blazing. "If Bello wan war, I go give am war." The next day, the city seemed sharper, louder, as though Lagos itself was warning her. Amaka drove her taxi, but her mind was in a storm. Every siren sounded like doom. Every shadow looked like Bello's boys. She finally drove to an open ground near National Stadium, where downforce packed in long lines. She spotted someone she trusted. Inspector Chike, a police officer she once carried for free when his patrol car broke down. "Inspector," she greeted nervously. Chike's eyes narrowed as he lit a cigarette. "Amaka, I hear say you dey enter Chief Bello wahala, na true?" She swallowed. "Inspector, na Bello dey threaten my papa life oh. I need your help." Chike exhaled smoke. His voice was low, almost tired. "Bello no be small case oh. If I move against am, my oga fit order make I stand down. But..." He glanced around, then leaned closer. "I fit do am coded. I go need evidence, solid one, wey tie Bello's hand." "Evidence? Where I go see am?" Chike stopped his cigarette, looked her dead in the eye and said, "Na why I get warn you. If you want pull Bello down, you go enter fire. You ready?" Amaka clenched her fists. "I ready." Night fell heavy, Lagos sky swallowing the last light. Amaka returned home to find her father coughing weakly on his mat. She knelt beside him, tears slipping down her cheeks. "Papa, they won't use you hold me ransom, but I no go gree." Her father's frail hand touched hers. "My pikin, no let fear hold you. For this land, only bold heart fit survive." His words burnt into her soul. The following evening, Amaka arrived at the rendezvous Chief Bello had set, an abandoned warehouse by the edge of a papa pot. The place reeked of salt water, oil, and rust. She parked her taxi at a distance, heart pounding. "Amaka, na trap be this oh," Kemi hissed. "I know, but if na here the battle go start, then make it start." They stepped inside. The warehouse was dim, shadows dancing across walls. Men stood everywhere. Bello's boys, muscles tense, eyes sharp. At the far end sat Chief Bello himself, agbada spread across his chair like a king on a throne. His gold chain glistened under the weak light. "Amaka, you dey prove stubborn. I no like stubborn goat. Why you no just dey your lane?" Amaka's chest rose and fell, but she held his gaze. "Because your lane dey crush people life, and I no go gree make you crush my own." Bello's laughter echoed, cold and cruel. "This small taxi driver won't challenge me.
You no know say in Lagos, power no dey fall from sky. Na man wey hold gun, wey hold money, dey decide who fit breathe. The men around him chuckled, their laughter heavy with menace. But Amaka didn't flinch. Na lie, Lagos belong to everybody, no be only you. Suddenly, Bello slammed his hand on the table, eyes flaming. If you cross me again, na your papa body then go carry, I swear. Kemi gasped and grabbed Amaka's arm. Make we go, abeg. But Amaka stayed rooted, her voice slicing through the tension. Bello, your time dey count down. It go soon end, mark my word. The warehouse erupted with shouts, chairs clattering, men advancing. And just then, sirens wailed outside. Police vans screeched to a halt. Torchlights flashed through the broken windows. Bello's face darkened. Chike, he muttered. The doors burst open, officers pouring in, guns raised. Everybody down, nobody move. Inspector Chike's voice boomed. Amaka's heart pounded. The war had begun, and the night was about to explode.
The warehouse exploded with sound. Sirens wailed, boots thundered, men shouted over one another, and the thick air reeked of sweat, dust, and gun oil. Torchlights cut through the shadows, catching terrified faces and trembling hands. Everybody lie down, drop your weapons. Inspector Chike's voice cracked like a whip. Chief Bello didn't move. He leaned back in his chair, agbada stretched wide, his gold wristwatch glinting under the harsh beams. The corner of his mouth curled. Inspector Chike, he said slowly, voice deep like distant thunder. You don't make biggest mistake of your career. You dey craze? You don't know who I be? One of his boys spat on the floor. Oga, just give order, make we scatter them. Chike's pistol never wavered. I say drop your weapon. This na last warning. The silence that followed was razor thin. Then chaos. Bello snapped his fingers and suddenly the room turned to fire. Two of his boys pulled out pistols from under their shirts. Gunshots ripped through the warehouse, ears splitting, sending echoes across the iron walls. Men dived for cover. Wooden crates shattered. Down! Down! Chike roared, rolling behind a pillar. Bullets sparked against steel beams. Amaka grabbed Kemi and pulled her to the ground, her heart beating like a drum in her chest. Jesus, so, wetin we don't enter. Kemi's teeth chattered. Amaka, we go die here, oh. No. Hold yourself, Amaka hissed, dragging her behind a stack of broken tires. Her eyes darted through the smoke and dust. She spotted Bello still seated, untouched, laughing as if the chaos was music to him. Una see am, na so life dey be. Power dey my hand, Lagos dey my pocket. Anybody wey challenge me go fall. Chike's officers returned fire, pinning Bello's men down, but more shadows moved in from the side door, reinforcements. Bello had planned this. Them set us up, one officer shouted. Their boys full everywhere. Hold your line, Chike backed back, reloading. Amaka's palms sweated. Her father's weak face flashed before her eyes. She clenched her teeth. I no fit die here. I must carry evidence. She remembered Chike's words. Solid evidence. Tie Bello hand. Her eyes darted to a table near Bello. Files, a laptop, stacks of naira bundled in rubber bands. Documents Bello had been reviewing before the raid. That was it. That was the nail. Kemi, she whispered fiercely. We need reach that table. Kemi's eyes widened. You don't craze? You won't walk her into bullet rain? If we not get evidence today, all these fights now waste. Amaka's voice shook, but stayed firm. Before Kemi could argue, a bullet pinged off the tire above their heads, showering them with black dust. Kemi screamed. Stay here if you want. Amaka snapped, then crawled low across the floor. Her chest scraped concrete, lungs burning from smoke. She moved like a lizard, weaving between crates, ducking when gunfire cracked too close. Shouts filled the air, officers yelling, Bello's men cursing. Amaka, come back! Kemi's voice broke behind her. But Amaka pressed on, eyes locked on that table. Every second felt like eternity. She reached it, hands trembling. She snatched the files, crammed them under her blouse. Her fingers hovered over the laptop. She yanked it too, hugging it tight. "Now wait till you dey find, Abi?" The voice froze her blood. She turned. One of Bello's bodyguards towered above her, scar cutting across her face, rifle aimed steady. Amaka's throat dried. The man sneered. "Oga go like see you. Move!" Before she could answer, gunfire erupted behind them. The guard grunted and dropped, blood spreading across his chest. Chike stood 10 feet away, pistol smoking. "Amaka, move!" he shouted. She scrambled to her feet, clutching the files and laptop. Together they dashed for cover. Bullets rained around them, pinging metal, cracking wood. Bello arose at last, his voice cutting through the madness. "Catch that girl! She dey carry everything wey go finish us." Several men turned towards Amaka. Kemi screamed from her corner. "Amaka, run!" Her legs moved before her mind could. She sprinted through the smoke, lungs heaving, ears ringing. Hands grabbed at her. She kicked, elbowed, wriggled free. The warehouse doors loomed ahead. Freedom. But Bello's roar shook the walls. "No let them escape. She carry everything wey go finish us." One of his men raised a shotgun, aimed squarely at her back. "Amaka!" Chike screamed. The blast thundered, but she had already tripped, slamming hard into the floor. The shot missed by inches, shattering a crate instead. Splinters rained over her. Kemi dashed out from hiding, surprising even herself. She grabbed Amaka's arm, yanking her up. "Move, abeg, before them kill us." Together they stumbled out into the night air. Police sirens wailed louder outside, red and blue lights flashing across the dark pot. Officers shielded them, returning fire as Bello's men poured out behind. The night became war. Amaka clutched the files to her chest, gasping, her heart racing like downfall brakes on 3rd Mainland Bridge. Beside her, Chike backed others, his face set like stone. "This now only beginning," he told her, eyes never leaving the warehouse. "You don't put hand for something big. Lagos go shake." And deep inside the warehouse, Bello's roar rose again, angrier, louder, promising vengeance. "Amaka, I go finish you. I swear by Ogun, you go crawl beg me." The sound chilled her bones. Yet, for the first time, Amaka didn't feel powerless. She had the files, she had the laptop, she had hope. But hope in Lagos came at a price, and the night had only just begun.
The safe house was a dim, stuffy flat in Yaba with peeling paint and flickering bulb that hummed like an angry mosquito. Amaka sat cross-legged on the wooden floor, clutching the files she had nearly died to collect. The laptop lay beside her, its black screen like an eye refusing to open. Kemi paced the room, restless. "Amaka, abeg, we no suppose dey here. Dem Bello boys dey scatter Lagos now, they find you. Person fit knock for this door any moment." "Make them come," Amaka muttered, voice hoarse from smoke and fear. "I no fit run forever. I wan see wetin dey this thing wey chief wan kill person put." Inspector Chike leaned against the wall, gun on his thigh, face tight. "Open am quick. We need know whether na just empty file or real gbege." Amaka's hands shook as she flipped the first folder open. At once her breath caught. Names, dates, fat contracts, sealed letters, evidence of corruption so deep it made her stomach twist. "Hi!" Kemi bent over, eyes wide. "See money laundering figures, see government contracts. Na minister's name they hear sef." Chike grabbed a sheet, scanning fast. His eyes narrowed. "This na bomb. If this thing leak, it go scatter Abuja down." Amaka turned another page, and her throat dried. "Wait, this name, this na Honorable Adekule?" Kemi gasped. "You mean the same Adekule wey dey always for TV, they shout say he be man of the people?" Chike's lips pressed into a hard line. "Na him, and no be only him oh. Look here, Inspector General name dey here too. Some top army officers join." Amaka froze. The pages trembled in her hands. This wasn't just Bello's empire. It was a network, a spider web stretching across Nigeria, pulling strings nobody could see. She dropped the file like it burned her. Jesus, now why Bello they feel untouchable?
E no be ordinary chief, na puppet master dem dey protect. The room felt smaller, hotter, as if Lagos itself leaned closer to hear their whispers. Chike rubbed his temples. Amaka, you don't put yourself for wahala way past taxi driving. If we handle this matter anyhow, then go silence us quick. Kemi threw her hands up. I talk am before. Now why no one follow you come? Amaka, you don't carry fire put for head. This one no be movie. Na Lagos reality be this. Amaka swallowed hard. Her father's face flashed before her eyes again. Fragile, trusting. If I no fight, na me and my papa then go use do scapegoat. If I fight, maybe Nigeria sef fit breathe small. Silence followed. Even Kemi, who always had something to say, had no comeback. Then Chike knelt by the laptop, powered it up. The old screen flickered, humming alive. Password prompt. Na only Bello sabi the code, Chike muttered. We go need hack am. Kemi laughed bitterly. Hack? Who sabi hack in here? Amaka, you sabi am? Amaka shook her head. Chike's eyes narrowed. I know person, but e risky. If word leaks say we dey carry Bello system, then go send squad finish us. Amaka's chest tightened. We no get choice. Call your person. By midnight, the safe house felt colder. A young man with dreadlocks and thick glasses hunched over the laptop, fingers flying. They called him Tunde, a street genius Chike trusted. Sweat rolled down Tunde's face as he muttered codes like incantations. Omo, this Bello no be momo. Him put firewall where he bomb person laptop. Just open am abeg, Chike growled. Minutes stretched into hours. Then the screen blinked, opened. They all leaned in. Video files, hundreds of them. Amaka clicked one. On the screen, Bello sat in a lavish room, clinking glasses with men in suits. Their faces clear. Their voices clear. If the phone moves through Port Harcourt, nobody go trace am o. The election go be walkover. I don't already settle INEC chairman. And then Bello's booming laugh. Lagos dey my hand. Nigeria dey my pocket. Amaka's stomach churned. She slammed the laptop shut. Kai! This na evidence wey fit scatter this country. Kemi shook her head violently. Scatter country? This one fit cause war. If we release them, then big men no go just fold hand, then go come for our blood. Chike's face was grave. She dey right, Amaka. We need plan well. No be say you go just drop am for social media like Gisto. E get way we go carry and reach people wey fit protect you and still use them against Bello. Who fit protect me past God? Amaka whispered, fear and fire mixing in her chest. The room fell silent again. Even Kemi, who always had something to say. Amaka finally broke the silence. Chike, if na me Bello dey chase, I go run till tomorrow. But if I no face am now, my papa fit no survive. My life fit no get meaning. We must use this evidence. Chike nodded slowly. Okay, but we go move coded. We no fit trust police, no fit trust army, no fit trust government. I know one journalist, Ngozi. She's stubborn. She no dey fear power. If she carry this thing, e go shake everywhere. Amaka's lips tightened. Then we go meet Ngozi. Ha! You na too dey mad. Ngozi fit die, we fit die, everybody fit die. You no dey hear news? This na Nigeria oh. Amaka turned to her friend, eyes sharp, voice low. Kemi, we don't dey run since. You don't reach time where Lagos go run from us too. Her words hung heavy in the air. The bulb flickered again, buzzing like a trapped insect. Somewhere outside, a car door slammed, tires screeched. Chike's head snapped toward the window. He cursed under his breath. Then don't trace us. Amaka's blood froze. She hugged the files, the laptop pressed tight against her chest. Kemi whimpered. Boots thudded under the door. Bello's voice rang out loud, cruel, certain. Amaka, you think say you fit thief from lion den? Tonight na your last night. The door rattled under a heavy kick. Chike cocked his gun. His eyes blazed. Hold your breath. War don't reach us again. And just like that, the fragile safety of the night shattered into terror.
The door thundered again, hinges groaning as if they would snap. Dust fell from the ceiling. Kemi screamed, tore through the room. Jesus, now we dey dead today oh. Shut up. Chike hissed, pistol raised, eyes glued to the door. His voice carried the edge of steel. Stay low, no noise. But outside, Bello's boys were already chanting war. Open this door, we burn am. Amaka clutched the laptop to her chest. Her heartbeat loud in her ears. Sweat slicked her palms.
Chike, wetin we go do? If them enter, na finish be that. Chike's jaw clenched. We fight. But listen, if I drop, carry those files, run. Evidence must survive. You hear me? Kemi wailed, pressing herself into the corner. E no fit work. Na plenty men outside. Them get AK, them get grenade. We go die. The third kick shattered the lock. The door burst open and shadows flooded in. Men with rifles, eyes blazing, faces twisted with violence. Chief Bello strolled in behind them, Agbaga sweeping the floor like he owned the world. His gold chain shimmered under the wig bob. Ah, Amak. His voice was calm, dangerous, like a snake hissing in tall grass. See as you dey hug my property, you get mine though. Amaka rose slowly, laptop pressed tight. You fit buy police, buy politician, but you no fit buy truth. This evidence go end you. Bello's laughter boomed, bouncing off the walls. Na lie! You the Nigerian, my dear. Truth dey for pocket of who fit pay pass. You think say ordinary taxi girl fit scatter me? I dey control Abuja. I dey control Lagos. Na me dey decide who dey chop and who dey starve. He snapped his fingers. Two boys stepped forward, rifles aimed at Amaka's chest. Collect am. Kill anybody wey move. Chike fired first. His shot dropped one man instantly, blood spraying across the wall. Stay back, he barked, dragging Amaka down. Gunfire exploded. The safe house shook. Bullets tore through the windows, plaster cracking. The bulb shattered, plunging them into flickering darkness. Kemi screamed, diving under the table. I no wan die, oh! Jesus, help us! Stay down, Amaka shouted, heartbeat hammering. Bello's voice fired wildly, shouting curses. Chike returned fire, moving like a man possessed. Two more men fell, but there were too many. Bello stood calmly in the chaos, untouched, his smile chilling. Una dey waste time. Amaka, I give you last chance. Drop that laptop, kneel and beg. I feel still let your papa breathe. Amaka's chest heaved. Anger burned hot. My papa go leave, but you, Bello, you go fall. She grabbed a broken bottle from the floor and hurled it at one of the men rushing her. Glass shattered against his head. He staggered. Chike seized the opening, shooting him down. The laptop slipped from Amaka's arm for a split second. Bello's eyes caught the movement. Grab him! He roared. Two men lunged. No! Amaka screamed. Diving, she slammed into one, elbowed his ribs, kicked the other in his shin. The laptop skidded across the floor, sparks flying, as bullets nicked his side. Amaka! Kemi shrieked. She crawled, lungs burning, fingers stretching, finally grabbing the laptop again. Her breath came ragged, tears streaking her face. But Chike wasn't so lucky. A bullet tore into his shoulder. He fell with a cry, gun slipping from his hand. Chike! Amaka shouted. I dey okay. He growled through clenched teeth, blood soaking his uniform. Run! Carry evidence! Bello clapped slowly, mockingly. See loyalty. See foolishness, Amaka. Now either your friend and this inspector survive or that laptop survive. Choose. The words froze her. Her heart cracked. Save lives or save the truth. Kemi crawled towards her, face wet with tears. Abeg, Amaka, leave that thing. Na just computer. We fit run, we fit hide. But if them kill us, wetin remain? Amaka shook her head, chest heavy. No, this laptop fit save thousands. Bello don't use power chop life for years. If I drop am, na more people go suffer. More papa go cry. More children go starve. Bello's grin widened. Then you choose laptop over human life. You the wicked past me self. No, Amaka screamed back, voice breaking. Now you wicked though. You dey kill country. You dey bury future. This evidence go talk for the dead when no fit talk. Her courage struck like thunder, but courage didn't stop bullets. Bello snapped his fingers again. His men raised their guns. End them. The room froze. Then erupted. Police sirens wailed outside louder than before. Floodlights cut across the compound. Lagos State Task Force, drop your weapon now. More boots stormed the building. Gunfire clashed again, even louder, even harsher. Bello's face twisted for the first time. Rage burned in his eyes. He pointed at Amaka, veins bulging on his neck. This war no go end till you dey ground. Even if na last thing I do, I go bury you myself. Officers crashed through the door, firing back. The safe house became a battlefield. Screams, smoke, blood. Amaka crouched low, clutching the battered laptop to her chest, tears and sweat mixing on her face. Her body trembled, her ears rang, her lungs begged for air. Through the haze, she saw Chiki, bleeding but still crawling for his gun. Kemi sobbing, shielding her face, and Bello, slipping through the back door, Agbaga dragging Dot, vanishing into the night like a shadow. Her chest tightened. He was still free. The war no end am. But as she held the laptop tight, she whispered through cracked lips, "Lagos, I swear, this fight no go waste." And outside, Lagos roared on, never sleeping, never silent, ready for the storm that was coming.
The morning sun dey rise over Lagos like angry fire, painting the sky orange-red. Danfa buses dey blare horn, hawkers dey shout gala, pure water, suya. But inside Amaka chest, e no be ordinary morning, na war day. The battered laptop still dey her hand, duct tape wrapped around the cracked body, evidence still dey alive. But Chike dey hospital, bullet for shoulder, barely conscious. Kemi dey shake like leaf, eyes allow after all the blood we she see. And Chief Bello, man don vanish into Lagos nights, but whispers dey everywhere. Street boys for Mushin, Okada men for Dweliba, even Mama put sellers for Yaba dey talk. Dem say Bello run after task force raid, but him go show face. Him too proud. Amaka sit inside one small buka for Surulere, sweat dripping down her temple, laptop bag chained to her wrist. She dey wait. Across the table, Inspector Taye, new task force commander, dey sip his hot tea like man we no fear bullets. His eyes sharp, voice steady. Amaka, this na final move. If we no release this evidence today, Bello go bribe court, scatter media, kill witness, na now or never. Amaka nod, chest heavy. I no go break, evidence dey ready. We go scatter am for news, social media, radio, everywhere. Kemi bite her lip, whispering, but what if Bello catch us first? You sabi say him get men for every corner of this city. Taye lean back, smile like soldier wey dey ready die. Na Lagos we dey, but Lagos no dey forget evil men. Today, streets go speak. The trap. By afternoon, war don leak. Bello dey plan big rally for island. In one show power, tell the world say na fake news, say enemies dey tarnish him name. Amaka grip the bag tighter. Na there we go strike, make Nigerians see truths with their own eye. Taye nod. Camera dey set, broadcast dey ready. Amaka, you go walk into lion den. Her breath hitch. If na wetin e go take, I dey ready. The showdown. Island, Tafawa Balewa Square, choke with people. Drummers dey beat, women dey dance, Bello boys dey spray money like confetti. Big stage stand tall with banner. Chief Bello, man of the people. Amaka heart pound as he squeezed through the crowd, laptop still chained to her wrist. Kemi dey beside her, shaking but holding mic pack. Police task force dey spread around, plain clothes, blending with crowd. Then Bello step out, white agbada clean, gold chain glistening. The crowd roar like thunder. He raised his hand, smiling like king. My people, he shouts, voice booming through the mic. Them they try spoil my name, but una sabi me. I dey fight for Lagos, I dey fight for Nigeria. Crowd cheer, spray money rain again. Amaka bites her lip, eyes wet. She whispered to Kemi, now or never. She mounted the small side steps, squeezing past security before them feel react. Suddenly, she stand on stage, face to face with Bello, laptop raised high. Silence dropped like hammer. The crowd gasped. Bello eyes flash mother. You, how you reach here? Amaka shouts, voice shaking but loud. Lagos people, na this man the thief in our future. I carry proof, video, document, bank account. E dey inside this laptop. The crowd murmur, tension thick. Some they hiss, some they gasp, some shout, make she talk. Bello snatch mic, voice thunder. She dey lie, na agent of opposition. Arrest her. But before his boys feel move, Inspector A voice cut across with megaphone. Task force get evidence. Everything they live stream now. Nigerians, open your phone. See truth with your eye. Belu freeze, in face drain and scream behind the stage suddenly light up. Video roll, in man they loading rice bags into warehouse, in face signing illegal contract, in voice on secret call, move the money enter offshore account. The crowd explode. Not true, Siam, thief, Bello, you don't chop us finish. Bello eyes turned red, in drop pistol from Agbada, point straight at Amaka. Now today you die. Kimi scream, Amaka heart stop. But before trigger pull, loud gunshot crack. Bello arm fling back, pistol drop. Taye stand firm, smoke rising from his service pistol. His eyes cold. Chief Bello, you dey under arrest. Crowd no go agree wait for police protocol. Boys rush the stage, women spit, okas throw pure water sachet. Some dey shout, make we finish am here. Police struggle hold back mob. Amaka shake, laptop still chained to her wrist, tears rolling down her cheeks. She whisper, "Na over. Lagos don't see the truth." But Bello no quiet. Even as police drag him, he roar, "Una fit lock me, but system still mine. Na me get judges, na me gas senators, una no fit kill giants." Street boys answer back, "Every giant dey fall one day." The aftermath. Night fall. Lagos streets dey buzz with only one gist. Chief Bello finally fall. Evidence don't leak. Social media scatter. News outlets blasting footage. Amaka sit outside hospital. Night breeze cool her sweaty skin. She hold the laptop on her lap like child. Kemi rest her head on her shoulder, still trembling but alive. Tayi step out. Uniform stained with dust.